Oh god, what have I gotten myself into, dude? Okay. So for Meme Run Monday, I tried to do a category called Ultima %. I would start a new game file, then make the Ultima Weapon as fast as possible. The problem is, I was very unprepared for the task ahead of me, and this run ended up taking a little bit more time than I would have liked. Cause I'm not kidding, guys, this is gonna take us a while. I'm pretty sure this is gonna take us quite a while. It's probably gonna be an all-nighter. You might notice I'm doing a voiceover style video this time instead of the usual highlights edits that a dumbie could do. That's because this run is too damn long. It's not worth the effort, so I'll just give a summary of how this run went. Also, you won't be able to hear me crying in the VOD. Oh, you see what I mean? Why are there wizards everywhere? Oh my god. Anyway, we started the run. 07 chat. 07. And then immediately ended the run. We have to reset the run. Hold on. I'm sorry, we have to reset the run. And just like that, I got a new world record. No, but really, I had to reset to pick the staff for more MP since later on we'd need to deal with a certain creature. I also picked the midday route so that we would level up evenly throughout the run, just in case. Then from there, we did a lot of what you'd see in a typical any % run up to the Dragon Maleficent fight in Hollow Bastion. Going into this, I didn't do a whole lot of precise routing, but I generally based this off of the Jiminy's Journal 100% route. In hindsight, it would have been smarter to follow the Platinum Trophy run, since there's one trophy that requires you to synthesize all items, but yeah, I didn't do that, so we're stuck with this. Overall, my plan was to collect materials along the way if I could, including dark matter, mithril, and orichalcum, which are materials that can only be found, bought, or synthesized. I also planned to get some extra magic that wouldn't normally be in the any % run. One was Thundara, which required starting Olympus and completing Atlantica. Another was Stopra, which required completing Pooh Swing in 100 Acre Wood. Dude, this is some intense music for the swing minigame. And finally, Eroga, which required getting the Yellow Trinity from Olympus and collecting all 99 puppies. After that, I would complete the game all the way through the end of the world and stop at Final Rest before the door to final fights. Then it was time to start the grind. Again, from here, I was pretty unprepared. The prep I did do was this little spreadsheet of all the materials. For each one, I wrote down how many I needed and where to find them. And that's it. That's all the knowledge I had. Take a guess on how many hours this split will take. I headed to Deep Jungle first since I thought I'd be able to run through rooms and clear everything with thunders and attacks and, you know, stuff. I'd also be able to grind lightning stones from the Black Requiems, which is one of the special heartless that I was dreading. I lost it. Wow. God, gamer. Tired eyes. Oh my god, dude. However, when I got there, I quickly noticed that my Thundara was pretty weak, so I had to resort to smacking everything. My lack of KH1 knowledge really showed here, but chat was kind enough to give me some advice. They told me about Bambi strats, where filling up his bar by defeating enemies would give a chance at him dropping materials. They also told me about how much stronger Thundaga is, and that it might be actually worth it to go and grab it. I avoided it in my routing because the last thunder is from the behemoth in Hades Cup, and I wanted to avoid doing extra stuff on top of what I was already doing. Also, I just didn't want to do Hades Cup because I'm lazy, but I decided it would probably be worth it, so I planned to go there after I finished grinding power crystals in Hollow Bastion. So I went to OC and fought the behemoth. The behemoth is the 30th seed in the Hades Cup, so I only had to fight through a little less than half of the entire cup. But it ended up being completely worth it. We went to Agrabah next to grind some materials, and holy Zeus, we were Zeusing. Thundaga was doing way more damage and made grinding a lot faster and easier. Thanks, chat. We got what we needed, including the mithril stones from the pot scorpion, and went on to the next world. I decided to go to Wonderland to farm shadows and Gigas shadows. By the way, I don't know why they're called Gigas shadows. I feel like it would make more sense to call them Giga shadows, but whatever. I like these guys. I remember the first time I played the final mix versions of this game, I freaked the peepo out when they appeared. Chat once again carried the run and told me to use Dumbo to spit on them so I would stay invincible. Spit on them. Spit on them, Dumbo. The gimmick of this special Heartless is basically that if they hit you, they'll go away, so using Dumbo to keep that from happening gave me the best chances at farming both Lucid Shards and Fury Stones. After that, I went to Neverland on the advice of chat to continue farming shadows in the ship basement while also farming other materials. Now, at this point, it was about 6 AM for me. We had started this run at around 11 PM and had been going for a little over 7 hours at this point. Not gonna lie, I was starting to feel a little bit sick, but that was pretty much due to me wearing my headphones for as long as I did. I don't know, my head just starts hurting when I wear them for too long, so I took them off for the rest of the run, and after a quick break, we got back to the grind because the grind don't stop, as they say. I headed over to Traverse Town to start farming Sniper Wilds. I wasn't dealing with them very efficiently, so I decided to leave them for later and went to Hollow Bastion to farm some Red Nocturnes. However, there aren't a lot of Red Nocturnes in Hollow Bastion, so I went to Monstro instead. I could grind them there and then get the Frost Stones from the Grand Ghost. We had been at this for 8 hours total at this point, and just 3.5 of it was dedicated to grinding materials. It's funny looking back at this footage at around this time because I sound so tired. How's it going? It's going okay. We've been at this for a very long time, but it's going okay, I guess. Let's see. We're chipping away, I guess, at like all the stuff we need to do. The weird thing is, I actually felt okay during the run. I guess I was just numb to the pain or something. But anyways, after getting all of our stuff in Monstro, we headed over to Halloween Town. We got through the Halloween Town grind relatively easily. The drops weren't too bad, and the Chimera was one of the easier special Heartless to deal with due to us having Eroga. However, this section did highlight a pretty big criticism that most people have of this world, which is the lack of save points. Like really, there's one save point and you have to go running through rooms to spawn Heartless. The layout of this world makes that really hard and tedious to do, but we got through it and went back over to Deep Jungle. Chat continued to hard carry this run by letting me know that Thunder Gems could be farmed here with Bambi instead of having to go to Atlantica. So we went through this world farming Thunder Gems and farming Serenity Powers from the Pink Agaricus whenever it appeared. The farming here went pretty smoothly. The Pink Agaricus was another special Heartless I was dreading, but it turned out to be pretty easy. At least for now. I didn't know it then, but Mushroom Jesus was gonna both bless and curse this run. We got all of our Thunder Gems and Serenity Powers and left for Wonderland. I continued following chat's advice and used Bambi to grind Frost Gems in Wonderland instead of Atlantica. We also encountered some shrooms here and there and were able to finally get some Mystery Goo. After getting the Frost Gems, I realized that by some miracle, we were actually almost done. We only needed to farm a few more special Heartless, the Neo Shadows, the Stealth Soldiers, and the Sniper Wilds. We went to End of the World to try to farm Neo Shadows. With their awful spawn rate, I decided to leave after grabbing one Stormy Stone, and I would just come back after doing other things. So the cycle would go, I would leave, I would go do other grinding, I would come back, spawn the Neo Shadows, get a Stormy Stone, and then leave, and then repeat that process over and over again until we had enough. In between Neo Shadow sessions, I went back to Hollow Bastion to try to farm Stealth Soldiers. Then chat, the hard carry of this run, died. So I use an app called Chatterino to see chat, and for some reason it disconnected and I wasn't able to see chat for a good while. They tried their hardest to help me with the Stealth Soldiers, but I just couldn't see them. All they could do was scream into the void while I played like a dumby. After almost 30 minutes, I noticed that chat on OBS was moving while Chatterino wasn't. Oh my god, dude. Hold on. Dude, my chat was frozen. Oh no. I'm so sorry. I don't know how long that was like that for. Okay, the last the last message I saw was Haru asking if you could stop the heartless. Which was like at 9:43 according to the Chatterino thing. And thus the run was saved. While I couldn't see them, I finished the stealth soldier grind and was now attempting to farm the sniper wilds. Chat once again hard carried and gave me a strat to use. I was pretty hesitant at first, but eventually got the blizzard strat going. Uh-oh. How many is that? I got at least 2. This was a much more efficient way to grind these guys, so we were pretty much done in no time. Afterwards, we got another Stormy Stone from the Neo Shadows, then went back to the synth shop and synth as much as we could to determine what we still needed. Okay, we're missing 1 mystery goo for this. Okay, gotta go on the hunt for that. So I needed 1 mystery goo to unlock more of the items, so I went to Wonderland and tried to spawn more of the mushrooms. This was a very painful process. I nearly lost my mind running back and forth between these rooms. Chat suggested going to Deep Jungle to see if we'd have better luck, and we did. We got a mystery goo and we went back to the shop. We were missing 2 materials, dark matter and orichalcum. And if you'll remember from earlier in the video, these can't be farmed. They have to be found, bought, or synthesized. Luckily, I had enough money to buy the orichalcums, but I had to consult chat and the KH wiki to find dark matter. I finally remembered after 6 hours why we collected more pages and was able to get a free dark matter from 100 Acre Wood. With that, we were able to unlock the last items of the synth shop. Synthesis Vet. I got an achievement. Okay, Ultima Weapon. We need 5 more mystery goo, we need 1 more thunder gem, and then we need 3 more dark matter. Okay. So... oh gosh. I made notes of what we needed and how to get them. The lengthy part about this process would be the dark matter and the mystery goo. For the dark matter, we were pretty much out of findable ones, so we would need to synth a couple. And synthing a couple required synthing or finding mithril. And for the mystery goo, well... we already had pretty bad luck just getting the mushrooms to spawn, so I was definitely not looking forward to it. What? How am I supposed to do this? So we went full speed ahead to get these last few materials. It had been over 12 hours since the run started, and it was now past 11 AM for me. We're gonna watch the old recipes video so I was still alive. Or I was still live. I am still alive. So, the thing is, I realized I wouldn't be able to complete this in one sitting. I actually had to leave for work at noon my time, so unfortunately we wouldn't be able to finish the run that night. Well, that day. Mushroom Jesus had unfortunately cursed us and prevented us from finishing the run. We only needed the mystery goo. We got the other materials but just couldn't find any mushrooms to spawn. After giving it my best effort, or at least as much effort as I can give in a completely RNG dependent situation, I went back to the shop and made the dark matters. To synth 2 more. Okay, so that gives us everything we need except for the 5 mystery goo, so we've done it. There we go. For now, I had to leave, but I would be back someday with a vengeance. I returned to the run a night later. Picking up where we left off, we only needed 5 mystery goo to complete the run. Luckily, thanks to friend of the stream Ninten, I had a more reliable way to farm them. His advice was to use the pink agaricus. That's right, Mushroom Jesus. Apparently, if you get 100 hits on him, he's guaranteed to give you a mystery goo. The strat is basically to use Eruga with stop and Ragnarok with hits in between. Funny enough, I would have known this if I had just used the Plat run as a reference instead of JJ, but it's too late for that now. So we got to work on farming the Mystery Goo. I didn't want to have to go fight Ice Titan for Diamond Dust, so I switched around my equipment as much as I could to get as much MP as possible, and then all I could do was pray. It took some time and some trial and error, but eventually, we finally did it. Did we do it? Oh my gosh, we did it. Oh my peepo W. We have enough Mystery Goo. Let's go! Thank you for all your help, everybody. Alright. We did it. We'll go ahead and synth their weapons too. And that was it. The run was technically completed. But after making the weapon, I decided to go finish the game, cause what's the point of making the strongest weapon if I'm not gonna kill stuff with it? Almost done. Give me like 3 seconds. We're done. We learned Vortex, nice. Thanks. Holy peepo W. I can't believe it. Can you guys believe it? Cause I can't. In time to when I didn't know this run. That's a never again run. It's a never again in this decade run. Maybe next decade. Well, that was KH1 Ultima %. Done very poorly. This entire run took just a little over 14 hours in real time, and a little bit over 13 hours in-game time. Unfortunately, we didn't get the sub 14 RTA, but maybe in the next one. Anyways, thank you for watching. Shout out to Ninten and other people in chat for helping me with the run. Honestly, this run might have taken days to complete without their help, so thank you very much. With that, I'll see you all in the next run. Okay, watch this, chat. Our reward for finishing the game is that the game will crash. Is it gonna crash? Oh, it didn't crash! Let's go! Oh my god, it didn't crash! No way, dude. It always crashes. That's our reward for this run, it didn't crash.